video challenge. All right, so today I'm talking about research, things you look for, part one. This is going to be a multi-part series. I don't really know how many parts that I'm going to do. I just kind of thought about this on the fly doing this 100 video challenge. But I was online and I decided to pop onto a few sites that are my go-to sites. Sites like Medium, Quora, Amazon, Google, Twitter, Facebook, some of the others. And I thought, this probably is a good topic to dive into, mainly because I've seen research done in so many ways and probably not the best ways. So, what to look for in research? There are many different things that you research, and depending on what you ultimately want to see, the outcome that you're looking for is going to determine how you structure your research process. So, let's dive in real quick. And the reason why I'm doing this in particular, though, is because I wanted to test out this Restream platform on screen sharing. So give me a moment here. Let me play around with this and see if I can get this screen share to work. This is my first time doing this on Restream, so you're going to watch me get this thing moving, I hope. All right, so I can share either the entire screen, I can share an application window, or I can share a tab. Let me see what I can do with the tab. Okay, I'm going to try a tab here. And let me see. Let me look and see which one this is. Okay, I'm going to go with this one right here. This is Medium. And I'm going to talk to you a little about why it is that, okay. So I don't know if I'm being seen side by side here, and this is going to be really interesting when I watch the replay, just to see what it looks like from your end. Okay, so I see here I can do a stop of the screen sharing. I don't know if you can see this tab in your side. I will soon know. But as I was on Medium, I went ahead and I just was looking at the different headlines, and I really was curious as to what was going to capture my attention. So the initial pass was I wasn't very specific on isolating anything on Medium. I wanted to see headlines. I wanted to see the flow. I wanted to see what captured my attention. And let me tell you something. What captured my attention were the things that piqued my curiosity. So you might want to write that down. When you are going for your audience's attention, it's got to be something that resonates with them, that piques their attention. And it could be a number of reasons. It could be like curiosity. It could be that they're looking for an answer to a specific question. And then as your headline passes by their eyes, they're like, that's it. I want to see more of that. Okay, so notice this. 6 visual design principles that UX designers should be aware of. Now, why is this important to me? I'm not a UX designer. However, I do work with UX designers and I need to know more about their world. So because of that, this piqued my interest specifically because I'm in a few projects right now where that communication is very important. So I read the little blurb here. When I was studying visual communications design in college, I was fascinated by how much power designers have in making people think, dot, dot, dot. Love how they did that because I want to know, well, what's after the dot, dot, dot. So I'm not going to click on it because I've got like one more article that I can click on without upgrading in my Medium. Now, I just created this Medium account new Medium account for this email address. So I'm not using my regular one, but I wanted to just kind of get a feel of what does the average person who's just coming on Medium, what do they see? And then how can they find stuff that piques their interest? Okay, these are the fonts behind 30 famous logos. Okay, again, more curiosity in the design. User interface, user experience, all of those things play a role, or design plays a role in all of those things. So that piqued my interest because that's on my radar right now. An oddly fascinating closer look at the nuts and bolts of designs we've all seen 8,000 times. Okay, me, I like to know what the foundation of things are. So when it comes to understanding the nuts and bolts, the foundation, that piqued my interest. Okay, another thing. Why is this is why the stock market just keeps going up? Well, I've heard a lot of people talking about stocks right now, especially with COVID, things tanking, opportunities, coming to the forefront, and prices going way down on stocks that before COVID people couldn't even touch. And now they are buying them up like hotcakes just in hopes that this whole thing lifts and then the industry booms again. So that's an interesting conversation I had with a friend of ours. We were at their Sukkah today for Feast of Tabernacles for Sukkot. And we got to talking about a lot of things. And one of those things was stocks and all of that. And how one of their relatives or friends were buying up a bunch of stock in a certain industry because of how that price point just went down. So they're buying on its way down or as it's bottomed out, and then they're just going to hold. So they're buying and holding, waiting for it to now come back up and recover, for it to adjust so that they can, of course, make a windfall financially. Don't know how long they'll have to hold on to it, but they were buying it to hold on to it for that perfect time when it reaches whatever maturity so that they can, make a lot of money off of their purchase. Okay, Amazon is offering 33,000 tech jobs paying 150K, and you should take it. Most tech multimillionaires were once coders working full time. All right, so great. Again, these are the times we're in right now. Folks are losing their jobs, folks have lost their jobs. Here's an article that is talking about Amazon hiring on 33,000 people, tech jobs, paying 150K. So that piques my interest because I need to know now what key points are they putting in there. I mean, I'm looking at it from a structural standpoint, and then also I'm curious, well, what are they talking about? So go through, find things inside of Medium that pique your attention, and then put them in a bookmark. Go back through, look at them, and then ask yourself this question. Why did it pique my interest? What about it is most interesting? And moving past that in understanding avatars, understand yourself and say, well, what about me is interested in a topic like this? And then who else out there is like me that I can reach with similar information? Now, you may be in an industry that has nothing to do with Amazon, but the principle and the process is the same. Find the industry that your audience is interested in, and then go and search trending information, trending news, headlines, and all of that, and see what piques your interest, what sparks interest for that subject matter, why, and then look at the content that is inside of that subject matter. Figure out who that writer normally writes to, what that person is all about. If that writer resonates with you or you resonate with that writer, they probably write for your particular demographic. So now, again, study yourself, figure out what makes you tick in order to understand what makes your ideal avatar tick, who is interested in the same thing that you were, that you just found interest in. Okay. Hope that makes sense how I said that. It's late. I was waiting for my kids to kind of calm down, quiet down. They were doing like a movie marathon of sorts. And I think they said that Carmen Sandiego, the new season was out. So they were kind of, into it. And of course, they were making noise that they make. So I wanted to just kind of not have all of that background because they were getting really loud while I was doing these videos. So anyway, so in your research, ask certain questions like what about it catches your interest? Why are you drawn to it? How are they using their headlines? What are they putting in their headlines? And then what are they putting in the description or the subheadline after the headline that further explains or gives you a deeper reason for wanting to save or click on that article? And then once you click on it, see what it says. If it still catches you and keeps you, then you know the style that you like and others like you would like, or others who have the same or similar interests would like. Mark those things down. And now you know if you have a site or if you're building your business with content, you know the way that you need to approach that content. Then go through a few more. You know, the word says that out of the mouths of two or three shall a thing be established. So look at, at least two or three of the articles to see, are they the ones that capture your attention, that keep you and have you read through the whole thing and you're leaning in. See if they have similarities. If they have similarities, you know that the languaging and the pace, the structure, that they all resonate with you, they all feel right. And that may be a style that you create content to mimic. Okay. So research, I love Medium for research, so don't sleep on Medium. Try it out. All right, so on that note, let me stop the share, see what happens. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to my original tab. All right. Okay, so I hope that worked, side by side. We'll see. But check that out. Medium, that is part one. Go through Medium and see what it is that you can glean from that. Hopefully this was helpful. I am the Jason Hodge. You want to catch up with me, go to jasonhodge.biz. I will be doing some deeper training at the Faithpreneur Weekend, faithpreneurweekend.com. Just go there, get your all access pass, and you will see the training on mastering your media. Also, Pam Perry will be going over PR, the behind the scenes, phenomenal. She is like the business when it comes to that. Dominique Hart will be of Dynamic Endeavors. Will be going over branding. TC Cooper will be going over, I believe, like cybersecurity, maybe intellectual property. I'm not sure. All of the things she's going to be doing is going to be phenomenal. I believe also like how to protect yourself online. Let's see, who else will be teaching? Dr. Pamela C.V. Jolly, she'll be teaching on wealth, the narrow road. And it's about stewardship of wealth and the resources that God has given you. Phenomenal. I've heard her 2 years in a row, and every single time she blows my mind, and it's just very sound biblical principles. Absolutely love what she does. So that's just to mention a few of the many qualified experts that will be teaching, training, giving their workshops, or having their training modules up inside of the Faithpreneur Weekend Q4 training. All right, so on that note, I will catch you later. This is video number 11. I've got 5 more to go to meet my goal for this evening. All right, catch you later. Bye.